How's it going, everybody? The second half of the PlayStation Summer Sale is running from now until August 12th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. If any physical editions exist, you can find them down in the description, but with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $2, 90% off, Rough Justice 84 is a single-player, board game-inspired strategy experience where you run a private security agency in a gritty, crime-ridden city. You'll hire agents, assign them to security, repossession, and fugitive recovery cases, and use dice rolls, cards, and careful planning to overcome requirements while managing stats, gear durability, limited resources, and escalating risks. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $4, 80% off, Wartech Fighters unites the rebel colonies of Hebos and Ares against the Zatros Empire, arming you with Wartechs, giant mechs blending cold precision and state-of-the-art technology in the battlefields of space. Configure, upgrade, and customize your Wartech in this space action game that combines the spectacle of Japanese anime with Hollywood blockbuster action to fight back Zatronian forces and save your galaxy. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $5, 50% off, Rifftrax the game is a multiplayer party game where you and your friends compete to make bad movies funny, riffing on over 500 movie clips from cinematic abominations like Roller Gator and Plan 9 from Outer Space. Play locally or online with up to 6 players, plus an additional 12 audience members, writing your own riffs with text-to-speech or choosing from thousands of expertly crafted ones from the Rifftrax team itself. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $5, 20% off, Boxed In is a fast-paced puzzle game where players must survive in a room filled with colorful cubes that constantly move toward them from all directions, testing reflexes and strategy. Players match cubes by color, push or add cubes, and adapt to increasingly challenging patterns, while using optional VR controls, exploring 36 variations of gameplay, and aiming for high scores on dedicated leaderboards. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $5, 67% off, Planet Cube Edge is a fast-paced run-and-gun platformer where you play as Edge, a lab technician turned unlikely hero fighting to save his world from a mysterious invasion. Run, jump, and dash through a dangerous underwater science complex, blast through hordes of enemies and massive bosses, and master precision platforming across handcrafted pixel art levels filled with hazards and traps. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $4, 70% off, Heroland has wannabe heroes flocking to a tropical resort in the Kingdom of Noble, where you play a scruffy tour guide leading parties of heroes safely through the park's deadliest dungeons. Customize strategies, repair weapons, and recruit over 20 quirky characters like Phantom Thieves and a nihilistic Otterman to survive, then defeat colorful co-workers like selfie-loving skeletons and magical broccoli rendered in stretchy 3D sprites. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $4, 55% off, Sticky Business is a cozy management game where you run a small sticker shop, designing custom stickers with colors, patterns, sparkles, and holographic effects while packing customer orders at a relaxed pace. Learn about recurring customers through heartfelt stories and secret requests revealing their personalities, hobbies, and quirks, with gentle optimization replacing challenge as the heart of the experience. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $5, 50% off, the Jackbox Survey Scramble is a collection of hilarious survey-based party games built entirely from real one-word answers submitted by real people from all around the wide world today. Play with your phone or tablet across new modes like Helo, Speed, and Dares, supporting 2 to 10 players plus a massive audience with content filters and accessibility options to personalize every single party. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $2, 85% off, Swords and Soldiers 2 Shawarmageddon is an action-packed side-scrolling real-time strategy game where you fight a fast-paced tug-of-war online, locally in split-screen, or against devious AI. Mine gold with your minions to unlock soldiers and spells, unleash hordes and magic to level your opponent's base, or command Redbeard and his Vikings through Viking land in Persia to retrieve his stolen shawarma sheep. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $3, 80% off. Worms Rumble is a frantic real-time arena shooter where 32 players clash in chaotic, cross-platform battles, ditching turn-based combat for non-stop action. Blast foes with classic weapons like the bazooka, shotgun, and sheep launcher, master new tools such as the plasma blaster and rocket shield, and customize your worm, while tackling seasonal events and experimenting with inventive strategies in the lab. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $4, 50% off. What the Dub is a multiplayer party game where you overdub missing dialogue from hilariously awful B-movies, outdated PSAs, and bizarre industrial films with your own witty or plain stupid dubs. Play head-to-head with 1 to 6 dubbing players plus additional voting audience members using your phone, tablet, or computer, choosing from over 600 so bad they're good clips with text-to-speech playback and Twitch chat voting for streamers. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $2, 80% off, Riddled Corpses EX is a fast-paced 60 FPS twin-stick shooter styled after classic 8 and 16-bit arcade games, sending you through diverse, danger-packed locations to destroy huge bosses and root out the very source of evil itself across the cosmos. Choose from 6 characters with unique stats and abilities, team up in 2-player local co-op, and tackle arcade, story, or survival modes while chasing high scores on the online leaderboard. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $4, 80% off, Get Packed Fully Loaded is a chaotic physics-based co-op game where you and up to 3 friends scramble to move an entire town under hostile eviction, mixing teamwork with slapstick destruction. As members of Last Ditch Removals, race to load trucks while dodging explosions and hurling furniture through the streets, then dive into the fully loaded edition's new missions and modes, testing your creativity and speed. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $3, 80% off, Kombinera is a stylish puzzle game built around synchronized movement where every ball moves at the same time, forcing you to think several steps ahead as you plan routes, avoid hazards, and merge everything. Across 300 increasingly complex puzzles, you'll contend with deadly obstacles and environmental traps, while mastering different ball abilities that are essential for solving later stages and navigating ever more diabolical layouts. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Tribes of Midgard is a colorful survival action RPG where up to 10 players work together to stop Ragnarok across procedurally generated Norse realms filled with danger, discovery, and constant pressure from an ever-encroaching apocalypse. You'll explore by land and sea, level up your Einherjar, and defend your village from nightly invasions while facing massive Jotnar and godlike ancients in fast-paced, skill-based combat. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $4, 70% off, Grim Legends The Forsaken Bride sends you into the lonely, superstitious village of Ravenbrook, tucked beneath an ancient forest beside the bottomless dark abyss, in search of your abducted twin sister on the eve of her own wedding. Scan environments for clues, solve hidden object scenes and puzzles across 7 chapters, collect elusive objects and spirits, and uncover the dark truth behind why your sister was taken. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Heavenly Bodies is a challenging physics-based puzzle game where you control a cosmonaut carefully navigating weightless space stations through precise limb-by-limb movement and coordination. Push, pull, and clamber through fully simulated tasks like assembling space telescopes and maintaining solar arrays solo or in local co-op, all set against a stylish 1970s-inspired space aesthetic where nothing ever stays still for very long. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $3, 75% off, Klaus Lee Thunderballs is a retro platformer starring Klaus Lee, an almost cop, almost PI, unknown stuntman, and almost ghostbuster who trained Maverick in both jet flying and beach volleyball, now starring in over 100 levels of classic action with attitude. Create and share your own levels with a built-in cross-platform level editor and discover a potentially endless supply of user-generated stages. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $2, 90% off, Life of Delta is a post-apocalyptic point-and-click adventure where you guide Delta, a small service robot, through a desolate world of broken machines and mutated humanoid lizards to find his lost missing friend. Solve intricate puzzles across 25 hand-painted levels of post-apocalyptic Japan, tackle over 50 engaging minigames, and enjoy fully animated cutscenes set to a haunting original soundtrack. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $5, 75% off, Kaiju Wars is a tactical strategy game where players act as the mayor of Flotio City, defending against kaiju attacks while managing limited military resources. Players build sacrificial bases, deploy experimental weapons, and command upgradable ace units across missions worldwide, while navigating tactical puzzles, large-scale defense scenarios, and a narrative-driven campaign with choices. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $2, 90% off, Deceibe Inc. sends you undercover as one of the world's greatest secret agents in this multiplayer game of social stealth, disguising yourself to blend into the crowd and extract the package first. Choose from a roster of diverse agents, gear up with gadgets like the inflatable mat and bulletproof umbrella, disguise yourself as NPCs or objects using your holographic watch, and squad up in teams or go lone wolf in solos. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $3, 70% off, Melon Journey Bittersweet Memories puts you in the shoes of Honeydew, a factory employee searching for a missing best friend in a town where melon possession can land you in jail. Comb every inch of Hogtown to collect clues, trail shady characters, and sneak through the seedy underworld, encountering dozens of curious creatures with tragic backstories in a gorgeous retro-style green-tinted world. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $5, 75% off, Wartile brings a living, breathing miniature tabletop video game to life with beautifully handcrafted diorama battle boards inspired by Norse mythology to properly honor the Vikings. Plan your moves in this cooldown-based game that keeps the action flowing while blending strategic turn-based elements with slowdown mechanics, giving you breathing room to make tactical positioning decisions at the heart of every battle. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $1, 90% off, In Between is a surreal puzzle platformer that explores the mind of a man confronting a cruel twist of fate, guiding him through a mysterious world that defies physics, logic, and expectation. Solve over 60 inventive puzzles, master timing and agility, and uncover new mechanics as you progress through stages reflecting the protagonist's memories, emotions, and struggle to come to terms with mortality. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $1, 50% off, We Were Here is a tense cooperative puzzle adventure where you and a partner trapped in a frozen, abandoned castle with only a walkie-talkie to communicate, creating high-stakes tension. Solve intricate puzzles, explore rooms, and rely entirely on clear communication as one player navigates the halls while the other remains confined, testing teamwork, strategy, logic, and trust in increasingly clever and challenging ways. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.